Hey, if you're promoting your opportunity, there are a few things you need to know so you can be careful about what you say, how you promote your opportunity, but because not everything is allowed, and not only because of what you can say and can't say on social media. It's important. And if we haven't met, my name is Edita. I'm from BizNow. I'm a former struggling network marketer, and I was struggling because I hated prospecting. It didn't work for me. It felt awkward. I didn't like chasing people. I didn't like living with hidden agenda. And fortunately, I ran into a different way to recruit, a way that allows me to attract my ideal prospects to me. They come to me instead. And I talk about the stuff here at BizNow. And by the way, if you would like to, if you feel awkward about prospecting, if it doesn't work for you, if you struggle to recruit, check out the Shine Network is Cure at biznow.com/get cure, because I show how to get your ideal prospects to come to me. And now back to the topic about how to promote your opportunity specifically. You already might know that there are regulations, so all sorts of things that you can't say, and normally you get that kind of, those policies from your company. If nobody has given you terms and conditions and policies and disclaimers, find that documentation, because there's a lot of information in that documentation. I personally, when I got started in 4 different companies, when I was with 4 different companies, and not a single time my upline gave me documentation about how to promote my opportunity, how to talk about it, what I can say, what I can't say. And in many cases, even if that documentation exists, in many cases it covers the promoting the products, all sorts of health claims and so on, which sort of makes sense, because you don't want to trick people into anything. You don't want to give people false promises and expectations. But this video specifically is about promoting your opportunity. So the building side of things, the business side of things. And I'm doing this video because I heard about some new things specifically in the United States. However, similar things apply everywhere in the world. I haven't been digging into the law here in Europe yet, or in Australia, but similar things really apply. And this has to do with also false promises or exaggerated promises when you talk to your prospects. And there are new laws. Apparently those laws are not that new, but they were brought, they're old laws, but they were not used for a while, and they are bringing them back in order to regulate how network marketing companies operate. And this is not against network marketing companies. This is about the market overall. And what I heard was that there are 5 specific industries or professions that are specifically under radar of whatever agencies are actually, doing these checks and some sort of control. And network marketing is one of them. And as you know, network marketing gets sort of confused with Ponzi schemes and all sorts of, get rich quick schemes and pyramids and so on. And so network marketing gets a lot of attention. You and I know that network marketing is a legal business and it's a great business. However, people outside our industry don't understand, and unfortunately the culture or the ethics in our industry sometimes actually, used by many distributors, many network marketers, go against us. Yes, like everywhere else, yes, there are people who are using unethical methods and making unethical, exaggerated promises, giving people the false expectations. And so that's why, network marketing is as a profession is sort of gets a lot of attention. What can we do it? So specifically, what can we do about it? And I'll give you a couple of tips. But the problem specifically here, what I don't want you to say, according to the law in the United States now, is you can promote your business saying it'll give you financial freedom, it will give you residual income. They don't understand, like they don't want you to say that. And thing is that it is about residual income. If you are after big results, it is about residual income, and that's the whole point. That's how it works. You can't be making, for example, 7 figures if a big chunk of it is not residual. When you go to a job, you work a certain amount of hours, you get paid for that time. You can't work that many hours to make 7 figures. So that's the whole point of network marketing, that you don't have to, because you get paid differently. You get paid based on the volume of your team. If you're a good leader, you get paid based on your leadership skills and so on. But however, you can't promote residual income, you can't promote financial freedom, you can't promote time freedom. You can't even say things like retiring your spouse, apparently. Okay, so you need to be careful about it, really. And obviously they have their own rationale why they are, applying these sort of restrictions. In their opinion, an average person, when they hear these kind of promises, they get the impression that they don't have to do anything. They only need to sign up and they'll have financial freedom, which is not the case. You and I know that, right? But that's their explanation why they are doing that. Okay, and maybe yes, there are certain people who do expect that, especially if network marketers who operate unethically, trying to trick people into signing up because they are so desperate. Maybe they do not maybe, actually it's a fact, they do exaggerate these claims. So that's what you shouldn't be saying. Even if that's the case, even if we know that yes, the goal and the potential is financial freedom, is time freedom, is flexibility, is working from the beach, is retiring your spouse and so on, you cannot say that. And not only because of you specifically, but also because of your company. Because what happens is, apparently, and it's sort of intuitive, but I never thought about it. What happens apparently, they actually Google company's name and AdWords financial freedom. And if they find people talking about it, they can actually punish the company. And which they do. And I didn't know this. I'm not sure if you've heard about this or not, but there is a company called Advocare. And about 2 years ago, I think, they made their structure flat because they got these authorities coming at them with pyramid scheme accusations. So if a lot of network marketers with that company make these kind of claims and they talk about it, it's just a matter of Googling and finding the company's name beside those words. So it's not just about you, it's about the whole company and the whole industry, to be honest. Okay, so even if it's true, like I said, so what can you do? So first of all, dig into the documentation and do your homework, get interested a little bit in the law itself. It's important. You're running a business and you need to know some legal stuff to protect yourself in the first place. And so dig into the documentation, ask your upline or your company, whoever's responsible, customer service, to provide you with that documentation if you don't have it yet. Secondly, use disclaimers when you speak to your prospects. And I know it's very common to think that everyone is your prospect. You want everyone to join, but in reality, that's not the case. You don't want anyone to join. You don't want people who think that they're gonna be rich tomorrow without doing anything to join. You just don't. Realize that for yourself. You don't. And if you use these disclaimers and if you tell them, look, this requires work, are you sure you want this? Because you have to put a couple of hours aside every single day to get these results. I mean, do you think if somebody who already knows that joins you anyway, they're more willing to work there? They're less likely to waste your time, they are less likely to need hand-holding, and so on. At the end of the day, it is about financial freedom and time freedom for you too. So you don't have to be running a crash, right? You're running a business. So if you use this disclaimer, this gentle polarization technique that experienced marketers, even who are not network marketers, in general marketers, they use it anyway. If you read a good sales page, you often see things like "this is not for," and a list of things that dequalify people, so they don't buy, they don't join, they don't become customers because they're just gonna be more pain than use. So you don't want just anyone. Okay, so use these disclaimers. And the other thing is, there is a way to talk about financial freedom and any other thing without actually using these words, by telling your own story. If you already have results, and my cat is playing here, if you already have some sort of results, tell your story. Okay, I had a job, I joined this opportunity, and now I live this way. Now I don't go to 9 to 5. Now I spend more time with my family. and my spouse doesn't have to work anymore because I'm making enough income to cover all our needs, or even my spouse has joined me or whatever. And you don't have to use the actual words like financial freedom, time freedom, residual income, to talk about it. So be a little creative and look at everything and tell about everything from the angle of your own experience, your own story, and use metaphors and so on and so forth. So there is a way to work around it. But and in fact, if you tell your story that actually has these specific examples and specific things in it, that resonates with your prospects even better than this vague generic financial freedom, because everyone imagines that differently. What it means for them, for their life, for their family is different for everyone. So but if you talk about specific details, that you instead of only having 2 weeks off vacation, now you can go away whenever you want, for as long as you want, and so on, so that people can picture that much clearer, and your prospects will resonate with that way better anyway. So be mindful about how you promote your opportunity. Don't make any big claims, and you're gonna be safe. But do your homework, get the documentation, dig into the law, or ask somebody to point you to those places. Like I don't like digging in the law, but I have to, obviously. But if you and I want to believe that most people, if not all people in my audience, are the kind of people who don't want to use unethical stuff, unethical methods anyway. That's what I want to believe, that's what I think. But you still need to be aware, and you still need to get this information to your teams, to your prospects, and so on. So anyway, stay safe, and thanks very much for watching. Hope you got value out of this video. If you did, please share this to people you think might benefit from this information. And thanks again. And by the way, if you struggle to recruit and you hate all the pushy methods and so on, grab the Shy Networkers Cure at weeznow.com/getcure. Thanks again. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.